jwsolarusa USA, Command Center in Minnesota. Thanks for watching. Guys, this is what I've done today and setting up the inverters and the charge controller. Sorry I didn't bring you guys along, but I wasn't planning I'm gonna do anything, but I decided to jump on it because I have to do it, complete this. And the bus bars, like I was saying, these are the bus bars. Look how thick they are. Can you imagine? Look how thick it is. You see this? I think it's an half an inch thick. Battery bus bars. So, incorporated the system here. You can see I use a 2-gauge wire, and the negative to the positive right there. Positive, negative. There's an indication there, say red sticker and black. And finally able to get the password figured out. And I already programmed it without you guys. Like I said, I wasn't sure I'm gonna do any work today. And how the bus bar for the positive is already in. So I left this one open so you guys can see that. I was gonna do a review on that when I got the bus bars, but well, I already got a lot of videos on bus bars. I will put them on the link on the description below, or on the T's screen or the end screen. You will see that. So I have a Victron smart shunt. This is a 500 amps to 5 millivolt. So this is where the battery comes, and this is to the minus, to system minus. So that comes to the buses here. So the bus bars gonna be distributed. Anything that goes from here or that pulls any current or voltage or wattage is gonna, this shunt is gonna read it and pass it on to the bus. The bus bar is gonna distribute it evenly to the system. So anything that comes in, it will never bypass this. So the shunt is always wired on the left side. That's the shunts I've known. I don't know what other shunts, but all the shunts I've had is on the minus. The positive right here, and I'm supposed to have a heat shrink here. I don't have one. So this side has. So I'm just using my wires I already got here laying around. And these are Royal Excellent. If you want a flexible welding cable, I'll recommend this. This is a 32, I think it's a 32 millimeter. Can't see on the camera. See that number 2 right here? Yeah, 32 millimeter right here. For you guys, Europeans, overseas. And this is a smart shunt, a smart solar charge controller, Mppt 15045 TR. Then I end up putting up the screen here. Watch the video on that. I'll put that on the end screen, how I installed in here. So it's a Bluetooth capability as well. I can go on the Bluetooth, I can go on Bluetooth on this guy, and I can go Bluetooth on the inverter as well. So I can read the shunt here with all the power that's coming out. The wattage from the batteries and amperage is different from the total amps that comes from the AC. So DC is different. So this one gonna give us the total output, which this guy can even tell us exactly what is coming in and what is going out, because it has a shunt, a Bluetooth, something like this. It has a Bluetooth, can tell you what is going on, what is going out. So we can have this on a 3 screen now. We can monitor this one, we can monitor this one on Bluetooth, we can monitor this one on Bluetooth as well, and the shunt is doing the rest. So now this is how it looks like. Look how thick that thing is. I love this thing. It's huge. Look at that. So I can just take this thing right here. Oh, this is the other thing I was going to show you. Coming back here, I had the sides for, excuse me, for these covers. I mentioned on the other video, so you can just pop these guys out and you create opening on the sides here, there, and two here. So it depends the location or direction where you want it. So I pop one, open up on the side at the bottom. So I'm gonna bring the battery. So since the battery is not coming here, the battery is coming here. Okay, the main battery is coming here and distributed to the buses, and the positive I have to do that. So I can just set up this guy here and there. Voila, it's covered. Look at that, nice bus bars. Very, very beautiful. I like that. So I pop this. So I'm always gonna keep these guys here in case I have to change any configuration in the future. It's not like any other shunts. When you pop this cover, you break that, or you do an opening, you do a drum mill and cut it, it's gonna stay like that permanently. Even though you decide to change, maybe from or coming from the sides now, this hole or opening is gonna stay like that. That's the good thing about these guys. And these guys, like I always say, I always try to mount my equipment on the bushings. If you look at that, see that? And one of my subscribers said he likes that. A lot of people been watching my videos for the previous years. They see I always trying to suspend, always suspending my equipment, coming to the Outback, coming to the Magnum, and now into the Victron. I suspend that them stuff. So I'm out of the whatever screws here. I have to put one here and balance this guy so I can able to turn the on and off. This is the on position now on the green, and this is gonna be out for the battery. So I use a number 2 on that because we have the advantage to use a big wire here when it comes to the Victron. I like that provision. So now I can able to write here how much is a rewritable place. I can able to write how much capacity is our battery bank, or little notes on these guys. That's really cool. They're expensive, but you know what? I was happy and getting this stuff from the vendor himself. So guys, I'm using this opportunity to make sure I make things right. You know, always do things right the first time. Don't try and do it again for the second time because you think, oh, I have chance to do this again, because you're gonna lose that that happiness or that excitement, because you have spent a lot of money and destroy a lot of stuff here. You might be worried about how long. Some people are so meticulous. And how long is this wire, and all the way here to the terminal. If you see that from here, it travels all the way to here. So if you do the measurement, this one here and all the way this one here is the same. So it only has a cut right here, okay, but it came to join the bus bar and do a continuation all the way here. So is approximately the same length. So right now, if I'm gonna go this way, I'm gonna make sure that I get another black wire that comes from the battery side, a 2 gauge wire from there and all the way to the bus. So it's gonna be the same length. So I would do the calculation for this because there is a stud right here, there is a stud right here, and there is a connection in between here. I don't want to lose any of that calculation. So if I decided to go, it's gonna be approximately like this. So let me say 2.5 inch right here, like 2.5 inch approximately. So that's what I gotta do. I don't have to do the same calculation here that runs all the way here. I may not like all this wire coming all the way straight the way they are right now here exposed. I was gonna do this thing very clean setup. So I got my tools over there and I'm trying to get this thing done. I have this other guy here, 48 volt 6 kilowatt Mppt solar hybrid inverter charger. And now this is the Victron Phoenix inverter Smart 10 2000 with the Bluetooth capability. This is a 230 volt international, and the QR code, and same thing here, you can scan for you to download the app, which I already did. I have that because I used to have this first. This is the first guy that dragged me into Victron right here. I was so impressed with it. And so now we're gonna be connecting the before I forgot, we're gonna be connecting this guy. Let me see if I can focus right here. So we're gonna use this guy right here, battery positive. Gonna take that wire all the way here and tie it to this guy, because this is where the positive is gonna be coming, and it has an inline fuse. I'm not gonna put a breaker or switch for that, but I would love to do that and put maybe a 2 amp with a midnight solar. I have those breaker. Maybe I can put it in between here, mounted on a DIN rail, covers in between here, or I can leave it this way because I have to run this wire right from this side. Okay, maybe in between or just within this bushing right here, and travel all the way to the side. We come in on the side of the bus instead of coming at the front here. Okay, we want it to be equal. Bring it to the side here. All right, guys, this is the setup. I hope you like. Those are the guts inside, and you've seen the inside of this inverter. I have a video on that. Stay tuned. And the Phoenix inverter Smart 12 volt 2000 watt with the Bluetooth capability built in, and the Smartsolar charge controller Mppt 15045-TR with a monitoring screen. This is ready to go. I have to run to the store before they close. I don't want to go there on a Sunday tomorrow and try to put the screws right here, you know, wooden screws, whatever, so they get self-tapping screws all the way to hold this guy, and we can call it a day. We got all this thing figured out. So before we go, let's put this panel back here, which I have behind me, so everything will look so beautiful. All right, stay tuned. So this is the panel right here. So this is where it breathes, and we're gonna take this guy and get it all the way in, and it sits right there, and we can just put the screws back in here. But this box is already on the way, so let's do this. And don't worry about the wire get caught up on the side there on the metal. It's Victron built a plastic in between that is not touching the metal, so it's already secured, and we can go about, I don't know if I can do it. Okay, I think I can able to manage to do that. All right, so we are all good to go. Set. we all set here. So I hope this video is not going to be too shaky for you guys, because I'm trying to film and do all this work. All right, let's do it this way. So if we have to do Cardinal, so connecting stuff with all the internet and cool stuff and temperature sensors, there's stuff here. I think you saw them earlier, but I didn't talk about them. So this is how we, oh, this one is still loosened. We can tighten up this guy. You know, always double check, triple check your work, because nobody's gonna do that for you, and you're gonna be facing problems with electricity or current or voltage or whatever. You're gonna start fighting here. So you can see the wrench I'm using, 1116. So go all the way and lock this guy all the way tight, because you don't want to lose, you don't want any loose connection that will start the arcing and resistance started building there. And I drive a torque wrench. Some people say, well, how many pounds you're gonna be torquing this thing? I don't know, because I think I have a torque wrench is old and I can't just see the writing on it, the numbers, because it's rusted, and it was given to me by my old friend. Yeah, I never used it. So tell me what you think. I think this is a clean, no, like clean, well, it's a sharp looking. It's not clean. I would say clean. And some people say it's okay, because I don't have no choice to control these wires here, because anything I have to do like a gutters, you know, and it's gonna be really hard to manage the wires. But for the name of, for the good name or whatever, for other people, can't please everybody, but I'll call this a shabby install. I don't know how you call it. It's a shabby okay install by jwsolarusa. So you tell me how you call it. You might call it another name. It's not gonna offend me at all, but you know what? I think I did a good job. Compared to other stuff out there. But anyway, I'm not trying to do a comparison on anybody. You can do whatever you want to do. It's fine. I really appreciate and people do their stuff. Like and subscribe. Alright guys, now this is the wire I was talking about. We can tie this guy right here on the battery plus, so you can use the aux here for maybe a relay and other stuff you want to operate, to turn in and off on a relay. And this is what we're gonna use, and put it right to this guy and bring this wire here and set it up. But I don't want to leave it this way, and I'm gonna connect it. And this is the temperature sensor. So if you're using like flooded acid batteries, so since we're using AGM, sorry, no AGMs, we're using lithiums, we don't need this. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna install it. Okay guys, I just installed it, the positive here, and comes to this guy right here, and I'm gonna do some wire management here, and that's it. Thanks for watching. All right guys, get all the wire right here. This is I think is number 4. No, 2-hot cable. 2-hot cable. So now we bring the positive here. This is 3.5 foot long, and the negative is gonna tie right here. So we're gonna take this guy out. It said to the battery minus. See that? So this is where the 500 amp mark is. It's supposed to be right on the corner right there. So we're gonna take this guy. Sorry. We set it right there, and we're gonna put the bolt and nuts. I don't want it to be on this side. I don't want to scratch all the writing, but you know, you can put a washer underneath the terminal. We need a proper contact, or we can go sideways like this, depend how the battery is gonna go, but I don't want this thing sticking all the way out. So I think I'll leave with this. I don't like it that way, but anyway, that's the only way that it's gonna work properly for my application. It covers the writing. I want all the writings to be, you know, to be displayed properly. And we are almost 20 minutes of this video, and I hope you watch every penny, or every time or minute or second it's gonna be. So let's tighten up this. Stay tuned. There we go. Here are the wires and all the bosses. It goes to the shunt on the 500 amp side, and this one goes to the 50 millivolts to the boss. And right here, positive, disconnect on and off, and get one over there, one more wire to come here, and it's all connected. But right now we can fire it up. This guy can turn on right away. Okay, the inverter will be on, running simultaneously. Stay tuned. So here we go, guys. It's all done. Can't wait anymore. Got a wire right here. I just have to run quick to the store. Like I said, it's almost getting late, and get this stuff all tied up. Get everything set up here. We have the positive, negative here, bus bar, negative to the battery terminal batteries, and we get the system minus goes to the bus, and here to the inverter. So let's test it and see how it works. Stay tuned. Here we go, guys. I do the alligator clips, suicide connection, I'll call them, and get them to here, and right away the Wi-Fi is already up, blinking right away, and this guy is not up yet. So let's try it. We can turn that on with the app, turn it on and off through the app, or we can turn it right from here. There you go. If you press it twice, then it's gonna go into the eco mode. Okay, economy mode. So now that guy right there, we already have this guy. Let's fire it up. Here we go. Beautiful. Didn't you guys like? Well, stay tuned. You're gonna see more to come live here at the channel, the JW Solar USA Command Center right in Minnesota. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm so thrilled. I love that. I love solar, guys. Solar is cool. Look at that. If you know what you're doing, that's the thing. All right. Yeah, this baby's ready to go, man. It's cool. Beautiful system. And now we get our Bluetooth connectivity. We're gonna be having a Bluetooth here and Bluetooth built here. So if you push this one, that's the energy, the echo mode. Now it's on echo mode. On the search mode, then you can see it keeps searching for load. What do you set it for? The threshold. They pops right away, and it will start going. I always said we have a 15.6 volt here to the battery. Yeah, it's really cool. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, 24 minutes we burnt right here, but hey, it worth every penny. It worth all our time. It's a lot of education here. So if you think you're lost, no, replay the video, pause it, rewind, forward, slowly. If you have to use caption, go ahead and use the caption. So sometimes we speak faster, and sometimes with accent, and it makes a lot of sometimes things become harder for the people who hasn't been around people with accent. But you know, you don't have to worry about it. All you worry about is the job or the work that is already done here live on the system with the JW Solar USA. Now it's on the search mode, power saving mode. Yeah, searching for load. Right now I can put the probe right there and we can have 230 volts. Stay tuned and see what's gonna happen in the next video. Love you guys all. This system is completed today as I speak. I just have to go get the thing so that I can able to the bushing right here, I can able to tighten up this thing and sit so that it can be sturdy. And I pop the other side here and right there. And for the two hot cable out here going to the batteries and to the distribution panel here, the bus bars, positive, negative. This one can handle up to about 300 amps. Okay, so we have only 45 amps here. So I was gonna use a breaker, but this is what I'm gonna use because of the wire gauge is bigger. It's a 2 gauge wire, both of these guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you.